Hey guys, in this tutorial what I'd like to do is install Joomla 3.0. I have a Joomla 2.5 installation on my YouTube account which you can check out, but this is going to be installing Joomla 3.0, which it is basically the same thing, but the interface is a little different, so I figured I'd just make a video for 3.0 as well. So the first thing we want to do is go to joomla.org, and I'm going to be installing this on a XAMPP server, so it's a local environment. It won't be on an actual web server that's available to the internet. So we're on joomla.org, and you want to click on Joomla 3 and download Joomla 3. And as of now, Joomla 3.1 is the recommended installation if you're going to set up a Joomla website, but in my opinion 2.5 is just as good, sometimes better depending on which third-party component and modules you're going to be using, but we're going to do 3.1, so we'll download that zip package. And like I said, this is going to be onto my local machine, so I'm going to go to my htdocs folder, and I have a video on installing XAMPP on a Windows PC if you want to check that out and get it up and running before you do this. But like I said, you could do this through an FTP account for web hosting, a web hosting account, or however you want to do it. So I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it Joomla 3.0, and I'm going to get that zip file that I just downloaded, and I'm going to take all the contents in that file and bring it over to the Joomla 3.0 file. And while we're waiting for that, I'll set up our database. If you're using XAMPP, you want to go to localhost/phpMyAdmin. If that's what you use, that's the tool I use to interact with databases. So I'm just going to create a new database and call it Joomla 3.0. Alright, so we have an empty database ready to install Joomla. Okay, so it looks like everything is transferred. So now we're going to go to localhost/Joomla 3.0, and you can see if you've ever installed Joomla 1.5 or 2.5 or 1.7, this is quite a different interface than those versions, but as far as the information that you have to enter, it's pretty much the same thing. You want to give your site a name. I'm just going to say Joomla 3 dev site. This is a dev site. You want to put an admin email. Username, I'm just going to keep it at admin. Password. And it asks us if we want to have our site offline. I'm going to keep that to no. And here is where you want to enter all the database information. Host name should be localhost. My username will be root. And the database we named was Joomla 3.0. And the prefix, I actually like to change it to JOS. It really doesn't matter though. Old database process, I'm going to leave that on backup. That really doesn't matter. Alright, so now we want to choose if we want the sample data. And there's actually some different choices you have here as far as sample data. I'm going to choose the default English sample data. I actually haven't chose any of the other ones, so I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but I'm just going to leave it at default. Email configurations, I'll leave that at no. And then it just gives you some checks, some different configuration options. I'm going to keep all that and just click install. Alright, so now it's installed, and you always want to remove the installation folder because it's a big security vulnerability. So we want to click that, and we're done. So the 3.0 installer is actually, I think, a lot smoother, and just a lot easier to work with. Not easier to work with, but just a lot smoother and elegant. So now we can choose if we want to go to our site or the admin area. We'll first go to the front end site. Make sure everything went okay. Looks good. We have the standard default template that comes with Joomla 3. And we can visit our admin panel. And Joomla 3 has a kind of a different layout for the login. And this was admin. Alright, so this is the back end. Looks quite different from 2.5. I can't really say if I like it better or worse. I guess I like it a little better, but not a big deal. Most of the functionality that you have here, you also have in 2.5. There's better responsiveness with 3.0 as far as templates. You can see the back end is totally responsive. But this was just an installation video. I'm not going to go into the specifics of the admin panel. So I hope you like this video and subscribe to us if you can. Thanks.